I have strong feelings about protecting the environment and preserving it for future generations, and that's exactly what the mission of the Friends group is. So after I did a hike one year, I signed right up, and I'm so glad I did.
My favorite piece of the volunteering would be the interactions you get with people on the hike. Their excitement, their enthusiasm, or just their being overwhelmed by hiking in an area that they've never been to before.
And the reason I volunteer with Friends of the Desert Mountains, just the general feel of being in a wonderful place.
Satisfaction, joy, and just feeling good being outdoors.
Maintaining the land and making sure that it stays like we need to have it stay. Sometimes it's an effort, but most times just a joy.
Our public lands and our parks are our legacy. So that's why I like to try to help as much as I can.
I really get a good feeling when people tell me they have enjoyed learning what we teach them.
You know, it started about 10 years ago, and so 10 years later, we've been volunteering, doing all kinds of things. Trail maintenance, leading hikes, wildflower support, plant surveys, you name it,
I think each and all of us in our different ways need to find some way we can work towards saving this beautiful world of ours. If you connect people with the land, you can help them understand what is happening to the land. I hope they walk away from that hike with understanding that it's okay to laugh and to smile, but to also remember some of the extraordinary uses that the indigenous people have for all and every one of these plants they got to meet.
I'm an outdoors person. I've always been an outdoors person. So the thought of land conservation, I hope they get a positive emotion, feeling regarding being outdoors. When we're out on the trails doing our work, they're always thanking us for keeping the trails open, safe, easy to hike.
I have built a lot of relationships with people because you can't focus on trying to save a little bit of the world without working with other people. So building relationships is part of how one moves forward.
We start out as volunteers, and after a short time, many of us become good friends. So it goes beyond just the meetings and the activities and events with friends. It turns into a personal relationship.
It does come down to the people, comes down to the land.
And it's been pretty nice to have them for the last 15 years of my life.
We didn't know anybody. Once we did more things with the friends, it got to the point where I have more friends down here than I do up in Washington State, where I've lived most of my life. And it was like we're part of the community here now.
It's amazing that this organization has evolved into what it is.
So unfair.
It's a great organization to volunteer for.
This is very meaningful to me, and I want to keep doing it for as long as I can be of help.
It's just a pleasurable experience.
It's a